Hello everyone! Welcome back to the stream. And welcome back to Lies of P. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. You're off work, you're off school, you're off whatever thing that you are responsible for during the weekend or the weekday, so that you can now just sit back, relax, and enjoy the weekend to come. And of course, if you do happen to work or do whatever on the weekend, I hopefully you're gonna get compensated or get any sort of reward for doing the extra, going the extra mile. And Stress says hello, thank you so much for tuning in. How are you today? And how are you on this fine Friday? I guess I should explain where I've been, because I've been gone for 2 days. I did not stream yesterday. I did not stream the day before that. Well, I guess there's really not much to say. I had work-related duties during the Wednesday. I had wrestling-related duties during the Thursday. Hence, I could not stream. But here we are yet again, ready and able to keep conquering this damn game, okay? I should probably also... I'm tired, but fine. Any particular reason stress test? Is it just... I don't know. The general pain or the general shore of life, or is it something specific? I hope you're okay. I am okay. Yes, I am okay too. I am very excited to to enjoy the weekend. But we'll get to that point. Well, I guess we already are at the weekend. So yes, I'm ready and able to just enjoy the game. I should mention that I have played this game a bit offline during these last 2 days, because I want to play Lies of P, damn it. But the only thing I've done is that I've leveled my character a little bit. These are now our stats that we're looking at. I've also just looked over our build real quick, specifically like the build with the quartz, and I've come to the conclusion that it is extremely bad. Well, not necessarily the power-ups you get from the tree, but rather the status effects that you pick in order to get the power-ups. I think Link Dodge is really good. I think the increased pulse cells is really good, etc. But you know, the increased ergo upon eliminating enemy might not be the best choice. I don't know, weapon durability, recovery speed might not be the best choice, etc, etc. I mean, there are definitely better choices I could have made here in this tree. But I'm gonna hold off for a second when it comes to respecking. Because I don't quite know what I want to do with my character just yet. So yeah, I'll just hold off on that. But at least I've taken note, and I have realized that my character build is quite bad. But yeah, like depending on what enemy or what obstacle we will need to overcome, we can change and adapt according to what we face. We have also obtained this new weapon. This is the boss weapon from Romeo. Dude, I can't forget the name of the best damn boss in the game. The boss that caused so much pain, so much struggle. Dude, that's a name I need to remember for the rest of my life. He deserves that respect from me. But yeah, this is a weapon I've used a little bit when farming, but I feel like we need to put it to the proper test, and I actually have an idea of how we might do that. So before we actually get going with actually progressing, you know, the main story and stuff like that, I do want to take a moment to go back to the workshop here, because there is a boss that we have skipped, and this might be an opportunity to try out the side and see if it's a weapon we want to use. Social anxiety. We have people here digging around our house, and I get stressed out over just saying hello every night and get here around 7 in the morning. I can't fall asleep, so lack of sleep and anxiety. A long messy answer on a short question. I mean, I would say that any sort of anxiety would be acceptable if you see someone literally sneaking around your house. Well, I guess that depends on how they do it. If you like look out the window and you see a person with like binoculars looking at you, yeah, that is definitely cause for concern. And Super Week, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. How are you on this fine Friday, Super Week? Hopefully you have a great, long, relaxing weekend ahead of you. We are just about to try out this new weapon that we got during the last stream, because there should be a boss that we skipped coming up right down here somewhere. Yes. Now, the only thing that I'm a bit worried about is the fact that you have to fight this boss in poison, which is the reason why I skipped it before. But maybe there's a way to just, I don't know, out-damage the poison. I mean, the primary person here is just to try out the site more than anything. They're not sneaking. I can show you a bit of my problem. Okay, do you have like stuff on that you can show on Discord, perhaps? Blessed and surrounded by cats. I guess those things are one and the same, you know. The definition of being blessed is being surrounded by cats. You know, Super, we did learn a little secret of your. I'm not sure if secret is the right word, but we did learn something about you during the last stream. That you were raised as a Catholic. I didn't really like do any follow-up questions except for just noting that was the case. And I assume it could be like a I don't know, personal subject. But if you're not Catholic anymore, is that something that changed? And I guess this is like the type of question that could open like a can of worms that you might not, you know, wanna share. So please forgive my nosiness, and you do not have to answer in any way, shape, or form if you don't want to. Now this boss, it's not really much of a fight. It's just the fact that you have to deal with all the status conditions more than anything. Definitely changed for me. I'm agnostic. Okay, so I'm gonna assume then that you were a Catholic at some point in your life. Then maybe something happened that made you stop, or maybe it wasn't, you know, like a very specific event. I'm not sure. I sent a picture in Discord. Okay, I'll have a look after the puppet of the future have, well, seen what's in store in his future, which is of course death and suffering. You just give me 1 second. I'm not sure if this really is a good test for the site, to be honest. Because, again, this isn't much of a fight. It's just a dude standing around in poison, more or less. Go. I've used up my last potion, so now it's actually do some damage. Yeah, okay. I guess this gives me an opportunity to check out Discord. As a child, I went to church and Bible class every week, but grew out of it. Okay, so there wasn't like one specific thing. More of a... Yeah, grew out of it, as you're saying. Okay, alright. So, the men, or the people rather, sneaking around your house are builders, construction workers. So, in that case, I assume they're supposed to be there. Stress test. I see. Oh well. Well, in that case, I can't really help you. they are just doing what they're supposed to be doing. I assume. Unless it's like a very elaborate cover, you know. I have to say hello to them and talk to them sometimes. Have to. I guess it would be rude otherwise. I guess that, you know, depends what they're doing. If they're there for you to do a service specifically for you, then yeah, I would assume, like, yeah, saying hello would be appropriate from time to time. But what would you say it gives rise to your social anxiety? As in, is it just social interactions in general? Or is it like a specific type of interaction? I don't know. just making small talk, introducing yourself to other people. Like, I don't know, like what would you say? And Beetlejuice, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. I saw you were streaming just a moment ago. I don't know if I recognize the game though. Oh, Osu. Oh, you still are. Okay. You just came to learn. I see. And thank you so much, Beetlejuice. How was your stream? And how's your Friday, dude? Hopefully you have created enough shorts, or I actually don't know what you're doing at your job, but you have at least created some content for your skincare company, and you're ready and able to just relax and have a good time. We don't know what we're doing either. I see. Well, I could recommend playing Lies of P, because that's what I'm doing. If that's your cup of tea, of course. I'm fighting like the I'm not even sure if this would be, you know, be considered an actual fight. This is just a slow ass robot that lives in poison that I haven't killed until now, and I'm not really sure why I waited this long. This like, again, this is just something to do, something to like check off a list, right? It's not really a fight to look forward to. But have you finished Dying Light? Because I know that was a project that you were working on. Today the Destroy are very slang, so they had to talk to me. I see. I don't know how to translate that stress test. Very slang. I don't even, like, I'm not even sure if I know what that is in Swedish, to be perfectly honest. Alright, boss down, yeah, popping up the future, hardest fight in the game, yeah. Alright, let's get the hell out of here and let's keep playing the game. Alright, at least no one can say that I've skipped a boss fight at this point, right? At least that boss is dead. There we go. Okay, let's see. And we did get a core, so the reward is quite nice. Not that I'm gonna like put it in right now into the quartz machine. Quartz level up share. I don't know what to call it. Okay. Knowing I have to talk to someone, I do not know how they are, if I can joke around them, if they carry the conversation or not. Unknowns give me bad anxiety. I get it when I know the person too, if they're like me, social, but only if the other one talks. This message goes I'm sorry, you don't have to apologize, Stress says. Okay, but that is actually quite interesting, because that would mean that there are certain social interactions that do not, you know, cause you social anxiety. But you have like specific conditions that needs to be met, right? Before before we can determine if this is a good interaction or not. I don't know how else to describe it. I guess by your comment then, we can make the assumptions that like social, I don't know, awkward silences is something you want to avoid, but it's like you. But I get the feeling that you like low-key would like the other person to fill that void. I mean, small talking is always a bit tricky, I would say. It is like a dance almost. But you know, you're a Swede, right? So you can always mention the weather. That always does the trick. I have looked up what you need to do, because if you remember correctly, I was super lost last time we were here. And we are supposed to have a key in our inventory. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go, the arcade underground passage key. The only thing is that I don't quite know where to use this key, but I think we have passed an area before that were locked that we can now unlock. I don't know where though, so we'll have to like explore a bit down here in the arcade, and hopefully we'll get to the right spot eventually. At least we know we need to go down. We need to go to the underground, right? That is the place to be. Let's actually take the stairs. I'm assuming we survive this. I'm also talking, but I need the other person to like dance with me. I can't hear the commentary if they do not give me any type of reaction. I will panic. Oh, I could see that situation, right? As in, I don't know. Let's use the construction workers that are outside of your house at the moment. Let's assume that you just want to make like a corny joke. You just see the work in there, and then you just go out and say, working hard or hardly working. You know, the classic. Can't go wrong with a classic. And then you just get met by a stone face, and then you're just going, what? I assume that is not the reaction you're looking for. Hence, you don't know how to adapt. You're like, okay, panic mode. The joke didn't land. What do we do now? I'm not sleeping that night if that happens. I see. At least I understand your pain. I'm not sure if I feel the same way. Oh, there we go. This is where we're supposed to be. Okay, now we can finally make progress. You know what? Let's actually give the site a bit more of a chance before we drop it for good. I mean, I am mega biased towards the Trident because it has... Well, it killed the hardest boss in the game thus far for us. Hence, I am in great debt to the weapon. But, you know, I shouldn't just be locked in my old ways. I should have an open mind for every weapon we come across. I feel that at my old age, I've just accepted that sometimes I am awkward. Sometimes I say just odd things. I'm sure you have picked up on this at this point, you know, if you have watched this stream before. And I feel like, well, especially I guess if you're streaming, like creating content, that is something you just have to accept, right? And getting to that point, to the acceptance that you are, you know, a bit weird, a bit cringe or whatever. I feel like that doesn't happen super easily. But once you're there, you're just in bliss. I feel like everyone would have such an easier time, like talking, interact with each other, if they could like understand that everyone has these feelings. Well, maybe not everyone, but most people. I'm just gonna go in and reset our resources now that we're here. It's almost like that now, because the one I have had most contact with is a man that does not say any words if not necessary. I told him that they can use our toilet, microwave and free, and he was like, okay, thanks, and do not smile and do nothing. Like, thank you, but we're fine or something. I see. I would assume, well, I don't know. I'm just like speculating at this point, but maybe that would be, I guess, outside his comfort zone to say stuff like that. Like maybe he wants to keep things brief because that is how he's like used to dealing with social interactions and stuff. There's so many pamphlets in this game for like shows. I suppose the first time I really started questioning my religion was pretty significant, actually. Long story short, a few years after my parents separated, I found out it was because my father came out as gay. which as you probably know goes against the Catholic faith. That was the first time I was confronted with any kind of inner conflict around my religious beliefs. I was around 11 at the time and began questioning more and more in my teen years. I see. Dude. That conversation, like when you figure out that your dad is gay, like that conversation must have been weird. I mean, okay, I will say this, like from my point of view, I am happy that your father came out as gay, like he accepted himself for what, dude, and imagine what your father must have gone through as well. Because as you're saying, like being gay is a sin. So like dealing with, I don't know, the spiritual guilt at the same time as you're in the closet, that must have eaten him up. Again, I'm just speculating, like I don't know all the context, so I shouldn't like make like any definitive statements about this at all. But even still, then you as an 11-year-old have to just deal with this, you know, forced to be confronted with the fact that I don't know, your moral spiritual framework is now like being questioned, but what you're actively seeing in front of you. I assume you still have like contact with your dad, because I know that sometimes when people leave their religions, they are being shunned, you know, by well, everyone else. I definitely hope that wasn't the case there. I sincerely hope it was like an amicable, everyone was understanding to each other, stuff like that. And Eno, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. We are talking about faith and social anxiety. Which is why I despise that particular flavor of religion. It makes you think you're guilty for nothing. I agree. Well, for a religious person, it isn't nothing, you know. Knowing what might well, okay, I guess it depends on the flavor of the religion, but I feel like most, at least Christian faiths, have, you know, the at least the fear of hell, you know, waiting for them, like eternal damnation. So every little sin, every little thing that could cause you that eternal damnation isn't little, you know. You know, Bear Larkin, understand him, but my scandal kid in me screams in panic. Oh, they're all fighting the dude. Okay, I guess that's good for us. Why are there zombies on my side? I guess this is good. I'm not complaining. For a religious indoctrinated person, it is nothing, even though in reality it is. That is true, right? But because after you leave your faith, assuming you do, you start to reflect on your past beliefs, you know, your past feelings of guilt, and slowly but surely you know the anxiety you feel, like your existential dread that you're currently feeling just dissipates. But I'm not sure if it like goes away entirely. Where's that shortcut I just saw, or just opened? Wasn't it in that direction? I did open a shortcut, but what was it exactly? Someone must have hit the big guy by accident. Dude, we died, so let's actually see if that happens again. Where? No, the shortcut was not in this direction. Okay, so I have no idea where to go. Was it down here? No. Right, it probably was here. But at the same time, I also don't want to make like a definitive like statement on what is real and what isn't, because I don't know, right? I don't know the fundamental truth of the universe. So I don't want to like make a definitive statement saying that, you know, Catholicism is wrong or something like that. Or like, well, factually wrong. Let's put it that way. In terms of, I don't know, creation and stuff like that. Even though it's not a religion I personally follow. But I don't want to like make a very definitive claim like that, because I don't know. It was definitely hard for my dad to accept himself, which is why it took him so long in life to come out. And for my mom, it was heartbreaking as well. Oh yes, because my dad not only lived a lie, but hijacked my mom's life into his lie as well. I'm glad he was able to come out and live an authentic life afterwards, and we are indeed still in good contact. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. I'm thinking about the statement you just made, that your dad hijacked your mom, or hijacked your mom's life. I mean, it is true, because if you're like married to someone, traditionally at the very least, you are dealing with the same problems. Like, again, from a traditional sense, like if you're, I don't know, facing economic hardships, then that is something you're both gonna like be dealing with. And if someone is you know, experiencing a crisis of faith, then and a crisis of sexuality, then that is definitely something that you both would like deal with. But I also feel like, to a certain extent, like that is what is expected from a marriage. Again, from like a traditional sense. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like open up these doors again. There's a difference saying that. The zombies seem to be automatically aggroed onto the cloud. No, not this guy. Okay. So zombies. Alright, the aggro is a bit weird here. That's not true, but I know someone came this and saying that's not true because it's unreasonable and fundamentally impossible. I will absolutely say, like, one claim that I will make is that, like, I don't know, the Christian God, well, I guess that depends on like how you view like Christianity. I mean, Christianity isn't like a fundamental like monolith that everyone agrees with. But you know, the general concept of the God character is very unscientific. I will make this point, absolutely. As in, I'm not saying it is true or not true, but like conceptually, like from like, I don't know, from its very definition, like God cannot be interacted with like in any traditional sense, right? So it's by its very definition a very like unscientific claim. I'm not saying that it's untruthful necessarily, but definitely unscientific. I've debated against religion on grander stages than Twitch, can we not? The god of the Judeo-Christian mythology, yes. Yeah, that is the god I'm talking about. And I know that there are so many like different flavors of being a faithful person, and I'm not trying to debate either, you know. Like I am not making any claims. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a Christian by any means, right? I guess I'm just, I don't know, describing what I've I don't know, experienced and how I see things.
You know, like the wine.
There are thousands of diminution of Christianity all alone, never mind the other gods. Oh yes, and it's true. Often when it comes to like being around, I don't know, Christianity, you know, like the sheer idea that your god is correct and other gods are wrong is something that is very seldom like crossing someone's mind, right? Which is interesting, because you do have to accept your own god through faith, but at the same time you're not really considering, again, disproving or not believing in other gods. The borehole, a hole is drilled into the bedrock, usually between 100 and 200 meters deep. The collector, a closed loop pipe. Okay, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty here of construction houses. A closed loop pipe filled with fluid is lowered into the borehole to absorb the constant heat from the earth. The heat pump, an indoor heat pump, concentrates extracted energy and distributes it as heat and hot water throughout the house. Efficiency, it is highly efficient. For every kilowatt of electricity the system uses, it produces about 3 to 4 kilowatts of heat. So what do we? Because is this the definition of bergvärme, or what are we talking about here? For some reason, I've been reminded of the beginner's guide. Had you played it by chance? I have played it. I have played it. Because it is. Wait, the beginner's guide. Okay, this game is kind of difficult to like explain, I suppose. It is like, and like, please let me know if I'm remembering correctly here. So this is essentially a walking simulator, where you go through different projects of a game dev that you know you basically goes through the game dev's portfolio. But like from the game, like from a first-person perspective, right? And you have a voice like narrating everything you're doing, and you're basically like you're just going through this portfolio and just discussing the weird quirks about this particular game developer and how this game developer like does things when creating games. And the games have some like very unique little qualities about them. I do remember one moment in particular where like, as a game mechanic, you're like supposed to be locked in a prison, like literally for hours, because that was apparently I don't know, a fun thing that the game developer wanted to do. But it also ended up in a very strange way, because the narrator, you don't like initially think that the narrator is the game dev in question, but that seems to like be the case when you reach the end. It's a very weird game. I liked it though. I really did. It's what it does. Okay, so that is what bergvärme does. I see. Where it gets messy is that my dad actually had an affair. With at least one man while being married to my mom, and she suspected infidelity but didn't know it was with a man. So she suffered emotionally for many years as a result, sadly. That definitely makes it a lot more, I guess, not okay. I mean, I definitely, like, as I said before, empathize with the fact that your dad is essentially living a lie. But actively, you know, cheating on your mother, well, it is just that, cheating, you know? And, I mean, I wouldn't want to get cheated on myself, you know. It is frowned upon for a reason.
The exhibition theme was automatic puppets and city of the future. The plan was to showcase and demonstrate
we did get a wine for a quest, so if we happen to find a stargazer, we could teleport back and just hand in the quest before we keep going.
And now the whole city is an exhibition of a nightmare.
Again though, like dealing with this like situation with your parents as an 11-year-old has to be like taxing. Let's put it that way. Because as an 11-year-old, you're still like growing up, like knowing all of these nuances about, I don't know, infidelity, faith, stuff like that, even sexuality. Like all of this is coming into question, right? Be a stargazer on the other side, unfortunately. Like I'm low-key just trying to find a stargazer. I feel like it should be someone around here. Cap top, inner liner, cap ring threads, barrel body, ink widow, piston chamber, blind cap, piston knob, piston rod, seal, piston head, ink, intake channel, nib, iridium tipping, ebonite feed. What cursed recipe have you given us, you know? It's not your fault that you're dealt a bad hands of cards in life, but it's always your own responsibility of what to do with that hand, at least as an adult. That is true. That is true. It reminds me of that Rocky quote, like, you know, the boxing movie. It doesn't matter how hard you hit. What matters is how hard. Like I don't know what the exact quote is, but how hard you can get hit and keep going, right? I don't know if that quote is applicable, but that is at least what I thought of when you wrote that thing. But I agree. You're still an adult. You're still you know, making your own choices. Like, no matter the situation, even though the situation might absolutely suck. I'll not dispute this fact. But it's still a choice you are yourself making. Hence, you are responsible for said choice. Again, even though the circumstances might not be fair. Every single component of my Mont Blanc 146 I could remember. I have no idea what Tess was talking about, so I started listening through. I wanna belong, damn it! I wanna be part of a conversation. Wait, does that mean that all of the things you wrote there, you know, that was just like on the top of your head? You're just ready to go? Because if that is true, then that's a lot of things to just have on standby, you know, ready to fire. Oh, finally a stargazer, perfect. I cannot. Oh, here we go. Well, I very much appreciate I appreciate this little story, and I know these kind of things are extremely personal. So I'm happy you wanted to share, and I wouldn't blame you if you would have said no. Let's put it that way. Okay, so there is a woman who wants some wine. Who lives in that window right there, right in front of us. So all we need to do here is go to the left, and we should get there. Like, lore-wise, all of these robots should be incapacitated, right? Because we have beaten the Puppet King. I guess it doesn't affect all puppets. I love that speeding attack. It's easy since I'm anonymous. I suppose that's true.
Me. Even in the bottle, it has a distinctive shade of red. Thank you, young one. Every step is a struggle when you have the petrification disease. But this glimmer of happier days is priceless.
Okay, and we are getting a coin, which is another recollection. I don't know what these recollections are, but I assume these will matter, like, in the end. Or maybe this is just like I don't know, a little token to have something to remember the person by. All right. It wasn't the most difficult quest. I do remember that we got another ring, did we not? Increases ergo acquisition when killing enemies. I feel like this is something we want as we're just like exploring around. This is definitely like the first amulet we remove from our bar before like fighting a boss or a difficult fight. But until we get to that point, we can get like some more money, I suppose. Oh man. All right. So. Let's explore this new area then. Oh, we can also level up. Let's do that as well. I put every single point into vigor lately. Let's hold off on that and keep working on technique. I have no idea what to expect, but I sincerely hope that the next boss fight we fight is gonna be very, very enjoyable. I guess we'll have to wait and see. At least we're getting some use of our AoE. I wonder... Sorry, only pay the misery from here on out. The Doom Bungle, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, that's actually something you can fight. There we go. How are you on this fine Friday? Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully at least there are some enjoyment we can still find in this game. Oh. So the facing of this robot can change in an instant. I guess that makes sense. I think this guy is low-key killing me. I will kill him eventually. I can just spam the ages if nothing else. Interesting. Maybe I should actually go back to the trident if we're like exploring a new area, so that at least I can fight with a weapon that I'm used to. At least I can do this. You also have a flashy way to at least end our little story here with the scythe. I wonder, like, if you want to like share something, like I don't know, like if there's something on your mind or on your chest that you really want to share with someone or something, I wonder if it's preferable to do that when you're just talking to strangers online where you can be anonymous, or if you're talking to, I don't know, a close one slash like a therapist or something like that. I guess that it depends on what you actually want to reveal, I suppose. I don't even know what I would answer to that question. Two things you never speak of in public if you want to keep your friends is religion and politics. Oh yes, there's that is, well, it's not a saying per se, but it's something that people generally agree on, even here in Sweden. Like these are essentially taboo topics. At least when you're just talking to just acquaintances. I've debated long enough to enjoy a fire-hot argument. I pull no punches even when it offends. I believe it's testament to the strength of a statement if it does offend the other person in fact. Interesting. That said, even if we disagree on these two things, at the end of the argument, it's best to acknowledge we're different people with different perspectives, and we stay friends for all the other reasons. So we are, this is for you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm very happy that you feel that way, because I would love nothing more than for humanity to, I don't know, put their differences aside and as you say, like, be friends. And I don't know, that ideologies that prevent you from doing this, I guess, it isn't like widely adopted, I suppose. I will say this is definitely starting to become a very particular area, as in a lot of annoying enemies just strewn about. But you know, when you say that you have like debated, have you like been on like on a debate team or something like that? Like maybe I don't know, maybe in school, or like I don't know, maybe it's something you do on your free time or something like that. Because I know that we had like debates, I think, yeah, well, not debates in that way, but sometimes like back in high school we had like assignments where we had to like make an argumentative statement about a position. Not necessarily like a debate on one-to-one. Well, we had that too actually. So no, I guess I'm lying. I don't think I've ever been particularly good at something like this. But is something like that you mean? For me, it feels less vulnerable to share things anonymously. But I think it's also because this chat is a safe space. I'm happy. I'm very happy that you feel like that, Super Big. I.e. that the chat is a safe space. I guess at least from what I would desire and what I've experienced as well is that we definitely like are able to talk about basically every single topic here. But I hope at least, and I feel like we're doing it in a way to not like invalidate anyone, right? And yeah, and I'm happy that results in that in you feeling safe. I used to do public debates in my town when I was younger. Really? So it was not related to like any particular, I don't know, organization or school or something like that. It's just something you did, like, I don't know, in the town square. I'm getting a mental image now that everyone in your hometown is just gathering around like a bonfire in the middle. And someone, like the moderator is like, alright, Eno, step forward, and opponent, step forward. Let's hear your opening statements. Let's go. And then you're having a WWE fight with words. Alright, so this guy is very annoyingly placed. I feel like Dude Mogul was very correct about the pain and mystery statement. Let's see if we can lure him out of there, maybe, so that we can just pass. I sort of gave up after a few years because things were getting repetitive. As you can imagine, religious people regurgitated a lot of the same old arguments, which I disproved, debunked, and got so very tired of it. But that's the thing with debates, right? It's very seldom, I feel like, anyone ever gets like changes their mind, or like in earnest actually considers the other side's argument. I feel like I've never debated before, so like I'm definitely just talking out of my ass here. But I feel like it's just, I don't know, scoring points, social points for your particular idea or your particular ideology or your particular politics. There's nothing to do with, again, like convincing someone that your position is right, even though from a very idealistic perspective, that should be the idea from a debate, right? Ideally, a debate should encourage everyone, like both the debaters as well as the audience, to reach like some sort of understanding, maybe even some sort of truth. Dude, that cloud is 100% gonna come to life. 100%. I do not have that much healing left though. One thing you need to understand, debates are not about you and the opponent. It's for changing the minds of your audience. If you put up a topic and argument, an argument come from both sides. The audience is the one that has to make up its mind, and not me or my opponent. Interesting. I guess I haven't really seen it from that perspective, but it is true, right, that the audience isn't really there to defend a particular position. The audience is there to listen to what is being said. And I guess if they're coming in with the from the point of view that they are genuinely like interested to hear what is being said in the debate, then I guess that mindset alone would ensure that you would be somewhat willing at the very least to have your mind changed. Maybe it was a bit pessimistic of me to say that like debate doesn't lead to anyone changing their minds. Not sure I'm getting coddled in the corner. Let's put it that way. I will say that I don't watch many debates ever. Even though I know that there is like I don't know, a subculture of debaters around the internet. Okay, let's see if we can head back to where we just were. So we have activated this little bridge here. So I guess, yeah, if we just go up here, we can just take the bridge and get back to where we were. Perfect. I low-key thought, because we have killed the king of puppets, that oh, maybe we can't actually get there from here. Interesting. That the only enemies we have left to fight are the zombies. That does definitely not seem to be the case. Okay, so there's another ladder I can lower there. You kill Geppetto. I have not killed Geppetto, but that is a fair assumption. given that Geppetto is the creator of us and, you know, the puppets in general. But no, there is a boss whose name is Romeo, King of Puppets. And once you killed Romeo, King of Puppets, and you just went out into the world, you did see like puppets being docile and just crying essentially. And Geppetto did actually meet us after killing the King of Puppets, and he was like, "Yo, you have now defeated the King of Puppets. That part of our problems are now dealt with. The only thing we have left to do is is to deal with the petrification disease." I don't trust Geppetto, by the way, in this game. I would not be surprised if you have to fight him in some way, shape, or form before the end. Or it could be one of those things, like, depending on the ending you choose to go for, that you will either have to fight him or join him. Like, something like that. Let's see here. So we can go across this bridge. Are we supposed to go there, maybe? Yeah, we were here just a second ago. Yeah, this is the path to do. I kill him to death, but only because I've read fables. All right, so Geppetto makes an appearance in the fable story as well. I've not read fables, as you know, so I wouldn't know. But I assume, based on your comment there, that Geppetto is like, I don't know, maybe a madman, maybe like an insane scientist trying to create real boys, but in a very non-wholesome sense. You should read fables. I should read more in general. That is something I've definitely like lost over the years. But back when I was a kid, I used to read all the time. But definitely like not anymore. Currently, I'm reading rules. Rules for the Warhammer 40k 11th edition core rules. But that is not reading I would recommend for anyone, except if you really want to play that game, I suppose. I started reading a book today. Okay. What are you reading, Stress Test? As a friend of mine would say, Legat. I think I know that that friend. Wait, did I just do all of that for nothing? Because now we're just hearing it. I don't know, man. Right, so we want to get through that door right there, and we should be able to do so once that machine has like opened the way. All right. A book made for teenagers, as in like a young adult novel. There's nothing wrong with reading something like that. Worrisome. I guess it entirely depends on the actual book. I don't feel like it's that weird to read like a young adult novel, even when you're older, right? These enemies are really annoying. It's like really difficult to know their moveset. Come on! And they're mega tough as well. I'm just gonna leave. Which means that we technically escaped the item in the chest. Hopefully we'll be able to like find a shortcut to get back. Ooh, another one of the riddle guys. Okay.
Another fine day in the city of Krog. But I wonder, my friend, just where you've been? Oh. If your goal is to study the human condition, there's no better way than my riddle position. You
First
know
look at the
how it
TV show
is.
based on the
It's
book, and I
time
really
for
liked
a
it,
quiz.
so now I want to read the books.
Today's
My
riddle,
Life
I
with
have
the
you over
Water
barrel.
Boys.
But get this
Never
one
heard
wrong
of it
and
in
you
my
will
entire
be
life.
in peril. So, answer correctly or tango with danger. But when you quiz with the king,
Alright, riddle time.
he's no stranger. Now, listen closely. Think about this. Whatever it takes. What cannot be used before it breaks?
An egg, I suppose. Well, is there like a reason to use an egg before it's broken? I assume
Such
not.
a fool, yet you've gotten so clever. I'm as happy as a parent. In this city, there are those who wish to crack the shell and be reborn. How about you? Can you awaken and break free of the shell that is your puppet's body? Oh, it's a frightfully difficult question, huh? So, I'll reward you with a hint.
Oh, this is new.
At the grand exhibition, you now must behold all 10 fingertips of the woman of coal.
All 10 fingertips of the woman of coal.
Close before she escapes your notice. Then I'm done with you. Mostly.
I wonder what that means. Is that like a hint of what's to come? Or is that like something you actively have to look out for as you're traveling this place? So that you can find, well, the woman with the 10 fingertips or whatever. Yeah. All I wanted was to unlock a shortcut. Well, at least we're getting some pause here with some punishment. Let's go. That means that 20 push-ups are coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we go. If you like teenage drama, you would love it. But Moldy hated the show. I see. Back when I read books, back when I was, I wanted to say like a contributing member of society, but I feel like that is a bit too harsh. But back when I was a kid and actually read books, the only genre of books I read was fantasy novels. Like, literally the only thing I read was fantasy. Nowadays, like, the last thing I want to do is read fantasy. I feel like I got, like, I don't know, overexposed or whatever it's called to that, to those kinds of novels. This place is a little bit of a labyrinth to me. I don't really know where I've been and where I need to go. I should probably kill all the enemies I come across, but it's low-key not that easy. Especially like all the machines. They have a lot of health and deal a lot of damage. I'm too bored to start a divine intro. Hi y'all, Radiant. You know, the interesting thing about that is that in itself is a new unique intro. But thank you so much for tuning in, Radiance. How are you today? On this fine Friday. I hope even the divine can take some time off to just relax for the weekend. Come here. Speaking of fantasy novels, I think I'll rewatch Lord of the Rings for the billionth time this weekend. Super week. Any particular reason for treating yourself such? Or is it just... Is it that time of year, you know? It is time again to relive the goodness that is Lord of the Rings. I'm bored. Let's guess. What you need. Yes, I don't need to go all the way up there. I'm so what you need is a good-ass stream to look at. I'm kidding. Well, partly kidding, I suppose. You need, I don't know, something to do. A game to play, something like that. Let's be real. It's always that time of year. I mean, I really like Lord of the Rings as well. I truly do. It's probably like... Dude, what a jump scare, dude. It's probably like my favorite trilogy. Well, it is my favorite trilogy of all time. But I don't think I've watched it a billion times. I'm here for a reason. Alright, I'll do my best to be as entertaining as I can. Ooh, deleting Caliber, that's actually a good figure. But I will say this, we have died many times in this area because this place is deadly. This place is extremely deadly, as you can clearly see. And that is very worrisome when it comes to like figuring out the next boss we're gonna fight, because I assume the boss is gonna be worse than the little goons that we're fighting right now. I'm just gonna reset right now, just to get as much health as we possibly can. I feel we can only like unlock a shortcut. That would be swell. But Radiance, are you playing any games at the moment? If I remember correctly, last time we got an update, you were playing Hollow Knight, right? Doing the Pantheon. And I kept like being confused with the Persona 5. I feel like it's extremely like millennial coded to be a fan of Lord of the Rings. Like, I feel like the Lord of the Rings were like, I don't know, the Marvel movies of the millennials. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying that that's that thing, right? Just going from point A to point B is such a hassle in this area. I think that should make the robot attack. No? Oh, here we go. There we go. That is the trigger. I don't remember who suggested it to me. I think he said to actually buy Metroid Dread. Oh, nice! I'll go buy now. I know you're a big fan of Metroidvanias, and as Eno pointed out, you know, you cannot really become more Metroidvania than going to like the origin them itself, right? Have you ever played another of the Metroid games? True, Lord of the Rings has to be one of the most loved things among millennials. Yes. I mean, I still remember when it came out and it consumed media. Like, I don't know, it's like spin-off products, like merch, stuff like that, games. Everyone was like obsessed with Lord of the Rings. It won so many Oscars for so many reasons. It was like I don't know, maybe like Pokemon is more popular like as a franchise than Lord of the Rings. But yeah, like back in the day, it was a huge thing when it came out for good reasons, I would say. I still not watched the extended version of Lord of the Rings. which is kind of insane given how much I love the movies. But yeah, I've only ever watched the originals. And Metroid Prime is fun. And Super Metroid is great. Metroid Fusion is perfect. IMO. Alright. Very good reviews from you. And from me personally, I've never ever played a Metroid game ever in my life. I can't say yay or nay to any of them. But I mean, they created a genre essentially. So I assume they were popular for a reason. I plan to play Metroid Prime Remastered too. Dude, if you like open this rabbit hole, Radiance, and being the fan of Metroidvania as you are, I feel like you're gonna have content for days, dude. Like days to play all of these games. And there are even like, I know there are like first person, like not a 2D side scroller version of Metroid. I'm not sure if they are considered to be good or bad compared to the others, but you know, it is what it is. Wait, what was that? Saintess of Mercy statue gallery key. Alright. My friends and I like to joke that the most fantastical aspect of Lord of the Rings is how the good guys are actually really good guys. You need to treat yourself to the extended version for Christmas or something. I mean, maybe. Maybe. They are, I mean, yes. Back in the day, I feel like Tolkien wasn't like interested in like, I don't know, creating like a morally gray framework where you don't like know who to trust, who the bad guys are, who the good guys are, if the bad guys have like a point or whatever. He was like, the hobbits, the humans, and the elves, they are the good guys. Well, not like all humans, I suppose, but they're the good guys, the orcs are the bad guys. There you go. That's the setup. Then we should add a Super Metroid or Metroid Fusion. I don't know what the second one is. Okay, let's do this. And this is a very interesting enemy because it sort of looks like, I don't know, a cyborg more than anything, right? It's like a human that someone has experimented on. This is like a Resident Evil kind of enemy. Interesting. And Samus's backstory is really fucked. No wonder she hates Ridley's guts. All I know is Samus is the girl with the gun hand. So I can't relate to anything else there. I like Metroid. That is great. Dude, it is kind of insane to... I don't think it's super weird, but it's kind of insane to really like a genre, but not have played the games that created the name of the genre. But it's not that weird, because at some point, well, I think currently even, people's first experiences with a Souls-like, like we see right here, might not necessarily be any of the Dark Souls games. Because Elden Ring, I feel like, is more popular than any other Dark Souls game out there. So I wouldn't be surprised that if there are people out there whose only experience with the Souls-likes are Elden Ring, or I don't know, maybe even Lies of P. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing necessarily. It's just like interesting that I don't know, the thing that named the genre like kind of disappears, except for the name itself. And we also love how affectionate the men are towards each other. And this is a beautiful example for male friendships. I think I know what you mean, right? For instance, well, Boromir's death, for instance. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Like Aragorn treats his final moments with a lot of care. And being, I don't know, very tender, I would say. And Lucius, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. You wonderful man, Lucius. Hello, you dastard little devil. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you on this fine Friday? Maybe even playing some Lies of P, who knows? Sturdy Cross supply box. I don't know what that is. And I also know that, I don't know, when Pippin is feeling distraught during the siege of Minas Tirith, then, you know, Gandalf is very kind and like very supportive. And boss time actually, boss time. And even towards the end, you know, when Frodo is leaving on the boats and everyone, you know, is I don't know, being very, I guess, sad that he's leaving. And Samwise absolutely sets the bar for what the best friend should be. That I will agree with 100%. Sam is definitely like low-key the biggest hero in the entire story. If it's gonna be a boss time, I'm definitely gonna reset my healing. We can even reset this amulet right here. The one thing I will say that I definitely very much like that the movies do portray like male friendship in a very like different way compared to like modern society or whatever. Like again, the men in the movie are very like tender towards each other, which is really nice. But I don't feel like there should be like, I don't know, a set blueprint for what a friendship should be. You know, I don't know, you just be friends. I don't think like an arbitrary like, I don't know, thresholds need to be passed or whatever in order to be a friend. You just be a friend. Take care of each other. But being tender is a way to do that. And Proper, thank you so much for tuning in. Boss time, Ploper has awoken. Alright, the next boss Proper is gonna be a representative of you, okay? Let's see if it's a good one or a bad one. But hopefully you're doing well on this fine Friday. Prepare for absolute peak. I only started playing Pokemon in my early 30s, but when I did, I played all of them back to back, from Red to BDSP. Did you never get bored? Because the Pokemon games are very similar to each other. Like they follow the same format. Playing them back to back like that, that takes some patience. But I assume you really enjoyed it. Romeo was my 4th favorite boss. This is my 3rd favorite boss, and the next main boss is my absolute favorite boss of the base game. All right, so now we're in the peak era right now. Alright, the boss is gonna be on the other side of this door, everyone. For a second there, I thought I was going to get the hello. I can't skip you, Ploper. You are the verb that I use every single stream when I end, right? You cannot not say hello to the Ploper. I guess I was just mid-rant at the moment. I need to take a walk with the Hyper Kiddo, BRB. Yes. Take a walk with the kiddo. Calm her down. And in the meantime, we're gonna do our first attempt on this boss. My second favorite base game boss is the true ending final boss. True ending final boss. Okay, so I assume there are different paths you can take towards the end. Similar to Sekiro, which makes it so that you fight a certain boss as opposed to another.
This is where evolution becomes real.
Alright, this is gonna be a wrestling fight, a UFC fight maybe.
The champion.
Alright then. Let's see what you have in store for us.
Open your eyes.
Oh, do this fast. Alright, we're starting off with scouting. We start off with scouting. Let's just see what he has in store. Okay, so he is very fast. He can run. He has a red attack. Interesting. What does a good friendship look like for you? That is a really good question. I'm not sure if I can like if I can just like drop a definition right here right now. Oh man. A good friendship is I guess when you genuinely care for someone else. Truly enjoy spending time doing whatever the hell you're doing with your friends. You know, care for their feelings, care for their ideas. and hopefully be there when they need you, right? And vice versa. Have them truly help you when you need them. I don't think I can be very specific with the definition. Because I feel like when it comes to relationships in general, right? I feel like they're also like kind of unique. But that doesn't like make it so that one relationship is better or worse than another. And when I say relationship, I again like I'm including like I don't know the relationship you have with your friends, you I don't know your siblings or whatever. He has long strings. He does have a lot of health as well. It's not a very profound answer, Super Weak, and I'm sorry about that. But I will definitely say that Samwise is a good friend to Frodo. Maybe even he might even be a better friend to Frodo than what Frodo is to him. I'm not sure. He has a very long strings, this guy. I did not get bored for a moment, frustrated at times, but never bored. And I state the following: Pokemon Platinum is the perfect Pokemon game, and Pokemon Legend Arceus is the best Pokemon game. Ha! Interesting. A perfect game and a best game, but they're not the same. Wrap your head around that however you want.
This is the power of the Reborn.
So the Reborn are the Cyber S creatures. Right, so I feel like at least during the first phase here, the way to deal with this fight is to avoid his strings and go in for a punish. Because you can dodge quite well by your spam rolling essentially. Legend Arceus. I am not, I don't know, the biggest, well, I don't say, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm a Pokemon hater by any means, but it's not a franchise that I follow in any certain regard. Apparently I'm too strong for a person. My current partner used to think they were aromantic until they met me. I feel like that has to be like the best thing you can say when it comes to describing how romantic you are. I turned someone who was aromantic into someone that is romantic. I don't think everyone can say something like that. Most of that also counts for a relationship. Yes, in my mind, a relationship, as in like a romantic relationship, is like essentially just a deep friendship that has some like physical, I don't know, aspects to it as well. Yeah, in my opinion, there aren't that many differences, again, between just a friendship and a romantic relationship. At least, like, on an emotional level. Right, I need to, like, figure out this guy's range before I can, like, totally figure out when I can attack and when I must block and stuff like that. I'm aromantic, but you haven't met Lucius yet, have you, Radiance? Maybe someone could change your mind. I have some very proud moments in the PLA. Let me find some pics. I'll post in Discord. Let us know when you've done so, you know, and we can have a look. The last game I personally played from the Pokemon franchise was Brilliant Diamond, as in Gen 4 remake for the Switch. Similar thing happened to me. I tend to make women into lesbians. Wait, Cloper. I assume that's a joke. Has that actually happened? You met a woman and she's like, holy, I like chicks now. Maybe with your powers combined, you can create a very, like, a new being of human. Not even from aromantic to romantic. They become basically obsessed romantic. All within acceptable boundaries and mutual desire, of course. Okay! Maybe it was like, as soon as you turn the lever, you know, Lucius, as soon as the lever is turned, you know, all of those feelings just burst out, you know. You go from 0 to 100. Some great pictures in BD2, and one video that I really want to show off now. Alright then. Lucius might take that as a challenge. He won't, I hope.
Fight to the followers of the truth!
It might be a good experiment, who knows? I feel like I'm gonna dodge quite a bit. Yeah, especially because he has a lot of grid attacks that he just like throws into his strings like that, like randomly. So I want to keep as much distance to this guy as I possibly can. But I assume in phase 2 we're gonna see, well, assuming he has phase 2, which is very likely. I assume then we're gonna find out if he has like some sort of mechanic that makes it so that you essentially have to parry. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Like the fact that those guys can manage to hit you on the ladder is a bit annoying. My favorite gotta be Soul Silver though, so good. That is the second generation of Pokemon, right? Yeah, because Pokemon Gold and Silver, yeah, were definitely the second generation. My very first Pokemon game was Pokemon Gold, as in like the original Gold. So there are definitely ranges that you can utilize against this guy. But you need to be kind of careful. I definitely have more range when it comes to my charge attack. So that I feel like that is something I would use more often than not. Don't worry, I'm a dedicated monogamous artist. I'm already taken by my Pokemon. I won't even think about trying anything with anyone else. Oh, of course! I know that being in like holy relationships or whatever they call it is more of a thing like nowadays. But one-to-one relationships I still think are the most common out there. He's very good at keeping his like current spacing against me as well. I'm dead. I'm mega dead here. Oh. Okay, I feel like, at least during phase 1, it's nothing like too complicated. I mean, he has a lot of health, like he is very tanky. But I feel like his moveset is very much something you can deal with. Okay, that kick right there though, that is a bit annoying. But I very much assume that something's gonna happen in phase 2. That will definitely make things. And I still need to learn his moveset. Like, even though I say that his first phase is like not too bad, I still haven't learned it properly. So I don't know like all the dodge timings and stuff like that, which I definitely need to learn. Because you can't stack it. That is good to know.
again.
I need this is just a get good situation right now, right here. Need to be better with the dodges. I'm Divinity. So you couldn't in any case. I think Radiance. Well, maybe. I was gonna say, I think Radiance is just exaggerating his divine being, his godlike status. But what do I know, right? Punishment time! Sit-ups coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think we were on sit-ups at the very least. I don't quite remember. I do love how surprisingly fast he is, and some of his jabs, kicks come out so much faster than you expect, just like an actual wrestler slash MMA fighter. Oh yes! In particular, one attack I feel like I'm gonna struggle with throughout the entire fight is his like dash kick, which is a red attack. It is very fast, that you're saying, and it covers a lot of ground, so getting out of its range is also kind of tricky. But I feel like this fight in particular is all about the spacing. Again, for phase 1, I assume something's gonna happen for phase 2. Thank you, Radiant, for counting. That means that someone is paying attention to the actual punishment. That. As you saw there, I felt like my range was very well maintained there, which allowed me to do a punishment of the string. I definitely feel like this is like a fight you can definitely like learn by heart. Like learn all the timing, stuff like that. Well, the same can be said for every single fight in the game. but what I'm trying to say here is that there's no like gimmick, at least not yet. Radiance miss 7. We can't have that, Radiance! I did it for a reason. I wonder what reason that would be.
Is the power of the reborn.
Yeah, maintain the correct spacing is the name of the game here. The correct spacing. And then like knowing exactly when you can punish. Okay, that's a stagger. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was gonna do like a And that gut punch right there, that is a very good move to like keep in mind, because it seems like he always ends a string on that gut punch. Okay, so at least we're done with phase 1. Is this a transition? Yeah, okay. So that is phase 1. Let's see what else has in store for us. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Right, here's when all the steroids get pumped into his body. Dude, this guy's hulking out. I wonder what he is. Like, is he a cyborg? Or is he something else? Okay, so he has a new attack there. Okay, I'm gonna do a little scout. Okay. So he has a very some very different. Okay, but that is the same, right? Yeah, that is exactly the same. Okay. He has some additional follow-ups, I feel like. That is also the same. This is a red attack. This is that attack again. No follow-up. This is new. Ah, okay, that's new. That's new. Okay, a new red attack, which is an uppercut. And he can do it directly after the super kick. Interesting. Yeah. Keeping the spacing, I feel like, is gonna be very, very tricky if you can just do 2 red dash attacks back to back like that. I mean, I guess you can always perfect parry the second one, but that's gonna be a bit risky. Champion Victor is basically a zombie who kept a big part of his human consciousness. Interesting. So what does actually happen here? Are they trying to make like puppet humans? I feel like that is essentially what we're looking at. A human that has been experimented on. Like they're not trying to undo his humanity. I don't feel like it's rather that they want to make enhancements. Again, essentially a cyborg. Oh, this is yeah. Oh, no, he can do... Oh, I got... Okay. So he can do that move in phase 1 as well. It's just that I personally never saw it. Got it. The fact that he can flash forward like that is very, very spicy.
Humanity must be born again. It's their duty and their fate.
He's like very reminiscent of a superhuman from Fallout, I would say. But thus far, I will say this. He does not seem to be any worse than Romeo. I guess that the only thing to really note is the fact that he is a lot more health than Romeo. So this fight will last for longer. But he doesn't seem to have like a bullshit face. Where well, where you're basically screwed if you don't have a way to deal with these attacks. Like this seems like a very fair boss. Let's put it that way, and that I appreciate, especially after Romeo.
Open your eyes, gaze upon the new world.
All right, Victor. When he does that super kick, like if your spacing isn't correct, you're basically screwed. Maybe I should like try at least to learn to parry that particular attack. That hit me as well. Yeah. Do what I can to deal with it in that way. And Grunge, yo, what's up? We have found ourselves yet again bashing our head against the wall. But to be honest, we have not fought this boss for that long. So we don't really know if this is a wall bashing type of boss. Or as in smash your head against the wall. That is what I mean. Maybe do the chat with fight W. I very much want to say hello when people come into the chat. I don't like this monster that much. Now I feel Romeo was way better. For now, Radiance, I will agree 100%. But Romeo was also very, very special. But we're still learning, okay? We're still like this is a new fight. It's that honeymoon phase of a fight period where you're still learning. He looks very mighty. That is a very accurate way to describe him. How are you doing tonight? Great, cause Friday. Ain't that the truth? You know, it is. There's something sad about that at the same time, isn't it? That we, like, the human condition consists of suffering, struggling, until you get to the weekend where you can finally relax, right? Like, are you like picking up what I'm putting down? Like, why is our existence just looking for that brief window in the week where you can like finally relax and just stop worrying about work or school or whatever? I like, Roper, I don't disagree with you. I do not disagree with you. Like, the fact that we are enjoying a nice Friday is definitely something I myself am also enjoying. That was perfect spacing. Something sad about Friday because Sam doesn't stream on the weekend. I guess that is true. I guess that is true. I will say I haven't actually streamed that much during the week day even. At least not this week. Due to my other real life commitments.
This is the power of the reborn.
After the gut punch, you can always gut punish. Yeah, after the gut punch, always look for the gut punch. But I definitely appreciate the compliment. If you attack him during the wrong time, the red attack will 100% get to you.
It's not over yet. I am the chosen one.
Have I seen that attack before? No. And the family friend G, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully you're having a great Friday, and welcome to the Victor, Champ the Victor boss fight. But Grunge, did you stream today? You said that you have started your Resident Evil 3 playthrough. It's a game I think are gonna be fairly close on the agenda, even for us. I mean, we still have a lot of Lies of P to shoot through. But it is, again, on the agenda. 5 days of work for only 2 days of rest. Sometimes 6 days of work for 1 day of rest. I never do Saturdays, but some people do. That is true. And I feel like there are not that many people who would genuinely, earnestly say that they enjoy that distribution of work to relaxation, right? I work Saturday, Sunday sometimes, but then I also go on holiday for 2 months as well. Oh, dude. I would love to go on holiday for 2 whole months. We're at this guy, see? What happened to the site? I have used the site earlier today in the stream. I mean, the site was good, but I think it might not be that I necessarily enjoy the Trident more, but I'm definitely more used to this weapon. Yeah, the fact that it does a super kick followed by a super uppercut like that is something I need to respect. I need to respect that combo. So I probably cannot punish him after a super kick in phase 2. Knowledge gained! Knowledge gained! I did not stream tonight as I had work, but I did play some CS2 and some Dota games that we did win, so I'm in a good mood today. The eternal struggle with the multiplayer game, right? If you end on a win, you can you know, use that momentum to just supercharge your day or the rest of your night, depending on when you're playing. But if you end on a loss, oh boy, you can carry that resentment with you for a little while, right? Hulk but blue skin. Very, very apt description. Either Hulk or Bane, you know, from Batman. I got an A on my final to do my GPA is like 3.7 in USA system, I think. So tired of all the school. Family for Energy, congratulations! Well done on getting an A on your final. Be happy, you know. Savor the win. Take your W's, you know. But Family for Energy, does that mean you're currently on a summer break? Because if so, I am jealous. You go to school, laughs in dropout. That's right, Proper. You need to own it. I wish I was a dropout at this point. No, don't say that. Again, take your W's, and enjoy the moment.
Fight to the followers of the truth.
I am. Thought I'd never see the day. It has been said before. Youth is wasted on the young. Because at some point in your life, Family Friendly G, you're gonna look back on this time and be like, can't this moment last longer? I suppose. Once smashed it. Interesting. I said it before, but the spacing is incredibly important in this fight, and I still haven't quite figured it out. What he didn't see yet. Hopefully gonna eat something great. Hopefully something very, very Swedish. And not that gross Italian food that you keep eating. That's slop. I'm very kidding, of course.
You're so weak. Lower this.
I've never been hit by that attack before. I played some Ghost Recon Breakpoint till 4 AM in the morning the other day. I slept through the whole morning and wondered why I thought it was a good idea, but might do it again. But grungy, or grunge, sorry. That is how you feel alive, right? You just... Maybe not alive, but that's when you're in the zone, you know. Time just passes. You're no longer thinking about what work, what comes after. You're just in the zone, just enjoying life. I don't go to school, but I operate heavy machinery on the daily. Trade-offs, yes. What would you say your dinner looks like, sir? I can show you, Grudge. I can show you because I have my I have my leftovers in the fridge, okay? And I'm just gonna reheat some leftovers. You know, this could actually be good. This could be educational. You can really roast me for what I'm eating on like a semi-daily basis. But let me just die to Victor once again. Do you like this possibility? Do you feel yourself? This is not what it's like to wrestle. I will say this, Family G. In wrestling, if you accidentally hit your opponent, you will you will pull him or her close and ask, "Are you okay?" Because I've actually hit my opponent once, like for real, in the wrestling ring before, and I felt very bad about it. So I did my best to just listen to what he had to say, and was like, "Yo, are you okay?" Okay, no punish there, no punish there. Because, yeah, he will do this. Oh, okay, he has a long range. Alright, I need to learn that particular spacing. But because that move, the uppercut into the downswing, that is what gets you. Don't do serial kids, or you will look like this. To be honest though, Proper, he is beating my ass. So he does look powerful. But yes, I see your point. But looks so strong, very tempting. You need to see your protein intake as a vegetarian. You might be surprised by this, Grunge. Okay, two things are gonna happen now. Two things are gonna happen. Punishment first, because we have died 120 times, and then I'm gonna show you my food, okay? What I'm gonna eat for dinner. Alright, starting off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright. Well, let's try to do this in a way that it looks as appetizing as it possibly can. Even though I don't think I'm a good... I'm not a good foodie. You fake fight. I thought you actually beat up your opponents. Grunge, have you not seen pro wrestling before? It is all an act. Even though we definitely don't want it to appear that way. Okay, how does this look? These are pasta with what is usually minced meat. The brown spots here in my little box here. But what I do for the protein is I use corn. As in, it's like, I don't know, a mushroom beanie kind of like replacement. Which essentially fulfills the same function as minced meat. So this is what I'm gonna eat tonight, combined with some veggies. And usually, sweet, like this is a very traditional like meal, right? And usually it's eaten with ketchup as well. And this is like the thing. This is the thing that usually like foreigners don't get. That you can eat this with ketchup. Let me put it away real quick. It's very, very basic what I just show you. It's a very, very common dish here. Spaghetti and köttfärssås is usually how it's how it's made, or the Swedish word for it. There we go. Could this day get any better? Win MOBA games, see Sev Squad, and also see his dinner. Oh, yeah, what's the next thing that I could show you, or what could happen, I guess, to make it even better? Hits are prohibited in wrestling cause no pads. There's a reason why MMA allows wrestling and hitting. They use special gloves that allow for grappling and hitting. Ah, I did not know that. But I don't watch like UFC or MMA fights or anything like that. Pro wrestling is the only thing I do. And that's not even real fighting, you know. Look like macaroni and shit. I mean, you saw macaroni and you saw, you know, brown bits. So I can understand why you would describe it as such. It does taste better than that. I promise you this. And next thing was see tomatoes. All right, yeah, getting a bingo on your bingo card. Squats, MOBA wins, food, tomato sev, maybe even a boss kill. Maybe a boss kill. That would make this the perfect Friday.
Fight to the followers of the truth.
I have a question for you non-Swedes out there. Cause ketchup is like essentially a sauce that Swedes use very, very often. I feel much more often than people from other countries. So, if that is the case, what do you guys use ketchup for, if anything? Is it like just something you put in like your meals when you're cooking, or is it like something you only put on hot dogs? Or like what? Where do you see the use of ketchup in your opinion? Macaroni is shit. Just because vegetarian meat alternatives are shit. I see. I think they taste quite well, but
Dedicate this victory to you.
you could definitely argue that I'm just coping, right? You could definitely make that argument, and I couldn't really... I can't disprove that argument. I gotta go. I still have some unfinished business. Have a great weekend, everyone, and good luck on the boss. Family for energy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, congratulations on your test results, and I wish you all the best on your vacation, essentially. And hopefully we'll see you each other soon again here, right? My mother would disown me if I ever use ketchup. Oh, damn! So, in your case then, Grunge, ketchup is not even something that's on the table. As in, you don't use it for anything. It's a no-go. I'm gonna grab a salad. And no, it's not vegetarian because it has ham. I feel like, even when I eat salads, I do like a... Well, yeah, like some sort of protein source. Be it like fake meat or falafel. I'm Asian. We make our own sauce. Interesting. Wait, so does that mean that there's no way you would ever make or buy like a pre-made sauce? We use sriracha sauce at the max. Oh. That's a sauce I use as well quite often. I don't have it right now in my fridge, but I never make it myself, never ever. But it's like, well, sriracha mayonnaise essentially is what I like to eat, because it's like a bit creamy as well as like adding some heat. But again, I would never make it myself. Back from pasta business. I recently showed streams of pasta business as well, Radiance, that you missed. If I probably should have waited until you were back, because it would be really fun to hear your opinion about my dinner. We buy pre-made sauces that are made locally. Or sauces that are more than just ketchup. I see. So you would buy like a pre-made sauce, but not like a sauce you would find it in like your local grocery store. If I'm understanding things correctly here. I find this interesting. Is there any other Asian that could confirm or deny if this is how all Asians deal with sauces? I am very much screwing up this fight, by the way. Maybe I'm just odd. I couldn't tell him. I know that people think I am old for using ketchup as a sauce, so... So I wouldn't know what is considered odd or not. I just found out that pesto in Italian is the same in English. Did you eat pesto pasta just now, Radiance? Great Sager, yes! Came in clutch. The only bad thing right now in this fight is the fact that we're so low on healing resources. But you know, you will always learn something. You know, every time you get to phase 2. I think that was a grab attack. Let's just keep it spacing for now. He did not do a follow-up. I expected a follow-up.
I am the chosen one.
Perfect space. Oh, he did a follow-up! He did a follow-up. I did not expect the follow-up. Okay, what are we doing, Champion Victor? Keep moving, keep moving. He's gonna do it. Oh, he didn't do the uppercut that time. Oh, okay, so he can choose to sometimes do the uppercut. Good to know. What's happening now? Ah! I thought I had the opportunity there to punish. Obviously, it was not the case, hence to that. But that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. I feel like we're definitely making progress here. That was good. Yes, yes. I'm happy you agree. I'm happy you agree. Pasta el pasto. Homemade by a friend. Peak pasta cinema. I've never heard pasta being described as peak pasta cinema, but I like it. You know, pesto pasta is something that is very commonly made here in Sweden as well. Very, very commonly. I have realized though that I actually don't really like the flavor of pesto. Like that is something I've learned like maybe in like the last year. I'm like, this is actually not a flavor for me. Like it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm not gonna say that. Like absolutely not. But like it's not my favorite thing either. You know, self-realization. I'm back with my not vegetarian just to spite you, seaweed salad. I am never ever getting offended by people who eating non-vegetarian dishes. I mean, I've said it before, right? Whenever I visit family, I do eat meat, if meat is being served at the very least. So there is absolutely no bad feelings or no spite is being received. All right, but now we have all said what we're eating for dinner. So Grunge, now it's time for you to spill the beans. What are you having for dinner? Assuming you haven't already eaten dinner, I suppose. In that case, what did you have for dinner? I am having coffee. For dinner? I'll allow it. But it is surprising. Oh, nice. I love this one so much. It's kind of insane. We are getting through phase 1 fairly consistently now, which is very, very good. I did have some chicken hakka noodles and some chili chicken or shimkin. Wait, are you saying shimkin or chicken? I feel like I'm getting introduced to a new world of culinary delights here. There's someone who eats cereal for dinner. I suppose there is that as well. Coffee for Grungy is like gas for a car.
The new world belongs to us.
Well, Grungy, do you drink coffee during the day as well? Because I know that you drink coffee before you sleep. But maybe there's more uses.
Are the reborn.
Punch. Okay, so he always does follow up after the punch. spacing is not good. Alright, he did not go for follow. Thank you. We'll do 2 crits in a row. Really, really nice. Okay, we are getting to the opportunity soon where we can actually use our favorite art. That. Oh no! I might be dead here. Yeah.
Humanity must be born again.
I really thought we had it there, which is why I let the Fable art rip there. Oh well. Oh well. At least I think we have it though. I think we have all the puzzle pieces. Now it's just the matter of putting this dance together and let him face his maker. First, milk, obviously. One of me. In the morning, in the afternoon, when I'm bored, when I'm sad, when I'm happy, and in the night. Wait, does that mean that you're both sad and happy during the day? Like, do you have... Is it part of your routine to be both sad and happy? Another follow-up question. Do you like your cereal granola with hot or cold milk? And do you eat your cereal granola crunchy or soggy? Soggy or crunchy doesn't really matter to me. But eating it with hot milk is insane. You essentially just said that... I don't know. It's not like a crime against humanity, but... But not far off. Not far off. Does anyone... Wait, do you eat cereal / granola with hot milk? I've never in my life heard about that before. Never in my life. Cold milk and soggy.
Fight to the followers of the truth.
That is like alien to me. Maybe it's easier with cold milk. I mean, I don't eat cereal like on a daily basis. My breakfast is always a huge shake, as in like a meal replacement shake. You can probably even see the bags, my Huel bags on my counter. Like here I have my Huel bags and my protein, as in protein powder. So yeah, cereal is definitely something I don't eat that often. Remind me not to visit Sweden. But Proper, okay, Proper, listen, very important. You are definitely, you should definitely look forward to visiting Sweden. There are a lot of good things to discover in Sweden. But you might want to bring your own food. You might want to bring like a I don't know. Your own little mini fridge. There are people who enjoy hot milk, Seven. But for your cereal, my friend eats cereal under warm tap water. I like this is what I keep saying. Like a new world is opening up before me. I didn't even know that this was an option. I question their choices as well. Oh man. I mean, okay, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You shouldn't knock it before you try it. I haven't tried it, so I will not knock it, okay? It is alien to me, but I will not disregard it as valid. Someone here in Italy is used to the heat, heat the milk for some reason. They're a weirdo. You do it with hot milk, you do it with milk. Ploper, you're on fire today, okay? You are on fire today. Try vodka. Wait. Soup of wheat.
Fight to the followers of the truth.
Now that you're here, I have a very specific Asian-related question, if you don't mind. Whenever you're making a sauce, and the reason why I say Asian specifically, because I know you're Asian. Whenever you make a sauce, do you like buy it from... Do you buy it from like the grocery store, or do you make it yourself? Or buy it from someone else who has made it themselves? Now I shall be the alien. I feel like eating cereal with tap water. No, I'm not gonna say anything. I shouldn't knock it before I try it. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, I reacted too slow there. My bad. We make fun because my friend really likes soggy biscuits. Anything with that texture. Soggy biscuits. I mean, that depends on what you're like getting your sogginess from. Because something we do in Sweden, which is like I mean, I don't like or dislike it, but yeah, dipping our biscuits into like milk or something like that is actually very common. Either like your milk or your coffee, something like that. Again, to get that saltiness. It's not really something I do personally. I mean sometimes. Like, I don't hate it, but it's like it's not something I'm super excited for either, if that makes sense. If I try tap water in India, I'll end up in the hospital. I say if you're in that kind of scenario, Grunge, then you're living a life like a different life, I guess. At least in the context of tap water. You know very well I don't cook. Do you really think I'm over here making my own sauces from scratch? Super weak. Great answer. But now I guess we have established something, Super weak. Not all Asians are the same. Which I guess is something we already knew, but now I guess we just proved it. That attack right there, that is the attack that will end the run for me. Dude, the fact that he has different forwards in phase 2 is really messing me up. Okay, I have another fake blood in case I wanna. Probably I shouldn't step back. My bad. Now we're in the groove again. Okay, now we need to keep our distance. Yeah, that attack is so incredibly dangerous. Almost have a new health potion, which is very good.
We are the reborn.
Oh, he did a follow. Ah, damn it. I should know these. I should know these follow-ups.
Humanity must be born again.
And I don't. Oh, I feel like we're so damn close. I just need to stop messing around. What do you have planned for our next cooking stream? I do have, you know, I have Radiance. I have 3 dishes in mind actually. Cause it was Stress Test who initially came up with the idea along with Zelda Cutie, and she suggested mud cake. So mud cake will 100% happen. But I have 2 other dishes in mind as well. Cause I know that that Grungy made a comment a couple of streams ago regarding a dish she wanted me to make or to taste. It was with chicken, but I'm not gonna make it with chicken. But doing that dish as like a main course. And then lastly, I know that before, like a long time ago, we talked about making Romanian cheese donuts, but I never actually got to actually doing it. So those are the 3 dishes I have in my mind at the moment. They're like the only thing that is put into stone, like set, like that's gonna happen for sure, is the mud cake. All of the other things can change. I didn't even brush my teeth with tap water in India. I'm still half white, so my constitution is too weak to risk it. I'll just say this. I remember my granny, may she rest in peace, making Polish bread cereal for me when I was a kindergartner. Heating up the milk on the stove. It was so cozy, even more so with cocoa powder. Ploper. The way you are describing that this particular scene is... It's making me warm, okay? I feel like I could definitely be like relate to the coziness, right, of what you're describing. And I will say this, hot milk with cocoa powder, that is a combo. I mean, I will not knock that combo. I've tried that combo. That is a good ass combo. I have no qualms about hot milk and cocoa powder. I have a friend that described it similar. Hot milk in cereal as cozy. I mean, if you have like good nostalgic memories surrounding this meal, I'm happy for you, I suppose. I showed them cold milk in cereal and they never went back. You showed them the truth. If Steven does that, I will live the rest of my life in peace. Alright, so now I know what to give Grunge eternal peace from this point onwards. I think a great idea could be like every cooking stream you cook a different meal from a different country. That would be kind of cool. But Radiant, now you're making a very, very bold assumption that we're gonna have multiple cooking streams. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this. I am not. By the way, punishment time. 20 push-ups. But I am not a good chef. Not at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Dude, can't we have a workout stream where everyone decides to show up to the stream and do a workout, and then we do a workout together? Can't we do this? We are voters after all. No. All right, Grunge, you realize how to game the system now. You have peered through the matrix. From every country of each of the viewers, not every country in the world, but if it is to be done, pierogi must happen. Ooh, that is interesting. That is interesting. Because I will have to make everything vegetarian, right? So that I myself could eat it. So I wonder what kind of like... Because pierogi usually have like some sort of meat in the middle, right? I would have to like figure out a way to make it vegetarian, I suppose. Which is interesting.
Open your eyes.
And welcome, Stress Test! We're talking about food. Yeah, we're talking about the... Well, I guess it's not confirmed just yet that a cooking stream will happen, but it is looking very likely. Let's just put it that way. Based on all the voting. Pierogi can be sweet or savory. Oh, is sweet pierogi? I've never in my life tried that. Never in my entire life. Maybe that is what we're making then, Ploper. Sweet pierogi, interesting. Let me food again today. that is a win, Stress says. Mud cake time, yes. The only thing I can confirm for a fact is that when/if we're doing the cooking stream, mud cake will happen. 1,000%. Like that is the only thing I can guarantee for 100% certainty. Everything else is up to change.
You're so weak! So unfit!
Oh, my masturbation was bad. My masturbation was very bad there. I should have been closer. That's on me. That's on me. But one thing we also need to do is kill this damn dude, who's giving us, well, giving me quite a bit of trouble here. You can even use strawberries on a pierogi. I feel like I need to research this. I need to know what I'm getting myself into here. I'll read this message. You can have cabbage and mushroom for sweet corn and cottage cheese. But what do you use for bread? Is it still, you know, the same kind of bread, or is it something else? We have 11 uploads and 0 downloads. We will absolutely have multiple parts. Imagine though, Radiant, imagine I mess it up so badly that we never do it again. I will say this, like, just to like clear up, or make it like super obvious what a cooking stream would actually mean. And that is like, it's a lot of work to just move around all my computer, my streaming equipment and stuff to the kitchen. Not to mention like buying all the ingredients. So it like, no matter how we do cooking streams, it will not be something we do very often. Because it's gonna be very annoying for me if we do. I'll just put that out there, right? It is a special treat that we do every once and again. But not like super. It's not gonna be something that is super recurring. What? I dodged! Arm of God. I guess I haven't properly read what he actually says. This makes me curious to ask a peculiar question, since you do eat eggs. What would an ingredient like fish sauce count as veg, non-veg to you? That is a very, very reasonable question. I have treated it as a no-go for me personally. To be honest, I don't really know what goes into a fish sauce, but I assume a fish has to be harvested in order to make said sauce. So for me, I put it into the meat category, and I tend to avoid it. Dude, I'm sure that every vegetarian has their own way to go about it, though, when it comes to a fish sauce. So my way might not be the most common way. That being said, though, I've said this before. The one really good thing about being a vegetarian is that you can turn down fish. I hate fish. Essentially everything from the ocean that you put onto your plate, I hate. I dislike. So now I have an excuse to never eat fish in my entire damn life. Use your phone. I use my phone that I connected the webcam to. Ah, that is an interesting idea. Yeah, because that in theory would mean that I don't have to like move my whole setup. He didn't read my message, so I'll reset it. When it comes to pierogi, for savory you can use cabbage and mushroom, and for sweet you can add cottage cheese. Oh, I did read that, but I think I read that. Maybe it was the only message I've only read in my mind and like not read out loud. I read out loud. Dislikes seafood. Interesting but fair. I assume you don't share the same opinion, Grudge. But I've always been that way, and like it has nothing to do with me being a vegetarian. I just don't like seafood or fish. I hate fish, but I'm not vegetarian, and I don't eat it. See, you don't have to be a vegetarian to hate fish. But when I was younger, my mother would very often make fish. Because she said that fish is very healthy for you. Which it is. Like, don't get me wrong. It is. It is healthy. That doesn't mean I like it, though. Definitely doesn't mean I like it. I think I like seafood more than chicken or beef. I see, I see. Do you have any particular like seafood dish that you prefer? Like, is it fish? Is it like, I don't know, mussels or like, or I don't know, shrimp? Like, what in particular is it that you're craving? My dad said the same about fish and stuff. I don't eat stuff that has been in the water. What's his go-to? I mean, I low-key feel the same way. Because I don't like crawfish. I don't like lobster. I don't like shrimps. Like, essentially everything that's from the ocean I dislike. You could say that it's a very like childish thing or opinion to have. But you know, one of the good things with being an adult is that you can have a child's opinion. I'm gonna try to focus as much muscle as I can here. Oh, we'll follow there. Interesting. Right now, I'm feeling that we're low key in a groove here. Good stagger. Good stagger. We're definitely getting close to Fatal Art territory here. I used it early though. My bad, my bad. I think I was overthinking the fact that... Okay, we got it, right? What? I got the stagger! Oh, no, there we go, there we go. I think we got him. No, not quite. Not quite, come on. There we go. Champion Victor! There's only one true wrestler here, and it's me!
I am evolved. A better man.
Let's go, yes! Oh. Who is that? I see I'm not the only spear enjoyer in this universe. Wait, is that Romeo? He has the same kind of hair as Romeo. Like the white long hair, right? No? Who is that? Let's see, we would like some fish, no vegetarian. See if you have chicken. You have chicken on your plate. Oh, this is the guy who laughed before in a previous cutscene. We don't know who it is.
I'm surprised you defeated Victor. Geppetto's creations are truly marvelous.
But we have seen him in a cutscene.
Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Simon Manus, a leader among alchemists. I've known your father for a long
I will catch up
time.
on the messages soon. Let's just focus on the story for a second here.
Geppetto didn't understand that the petrification disease can strengthen humankind. Locked into conventional thinking, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But even he can't stop such a magnificent discovery.
So the alchemists have not
door
unleashed
to
the
a new
petrification
world.
disease, but they
You've
are
seen this
using it
place with your
to
own
create
eyes?
their own creations.
Truly
So
inspiring,
Geppetto was not the
is
one
it
who made the
not?
cyborg. This was the guy.
What do you suppose our cure has created here?
I don't know what to say here. Hope of a cure?
I have to admit some surprise. I didn't expect you to be as
Alright,
rational
I guess
as
I
we
just
are.
told him what he wanted to
I'm
hear.
impressed, even if it's a lie. I'm sorry I underestimated you for being a puppet. You're open-minded enough to hear the truth about the petrification
We're about to get
disease.
truth, y'all.
The disease does not signify death. A purified human who overcomes the petrification disease will gain a strengthened body and a mind free
So
of
does he like
lies.
see the zombies as some
essence
sort of, I don't know,
is
evolved
ergo.
intelligence or evolved state of being?
The ergo you use as your power was once a human being. Our undertaking is to help others experience this purification through this elixir. Truly, Ergo's power can do even more.
Alright,
In
so
the
I
hands
get
of
the feeling that
awakened,
this is like,
its
I don't know, so like
abilities
a
are
fairly
limitless.
normal villain
We
kind of guy.
already have the means to control that
Yeah,
power.
he's like, imagine the power!
Beyond
Unlimited
your
power! Like, it strikes me as
While
one of those kinds of
wallow
guys.
in a
Well,
pathetic
he's a lot
past,
calmer.
we
But
step
that is
forward into
essentially his
humanity's
goal.
future on the Isle of Alchemists.
Yeah, he wants to evolve
You're
humanity
welcome to come to
into
the island
whatever we else
and
defeated,
witness
I
our
guess.
triumph firsthand. Or perhaps you.
Got it.
Maybe the Saintess statue can help you. In any case, good luck. Standing against evolution. must
I
be
wonder though if
exhausting.
you can like join the
Not to
alchemists
mention
and like get an
demoralizing.
ending where you help
Keep
the
your chin up,
alchemists.
puppet, and I'll see you soon.
Alright, thank you. And now we get to see this Mercy Statue Gallery key. Alright, I actually know where this key will be used. In Thailand we call it... I can't pronounce that. Subthim? Which is like pomegranate, a fish. But I think it may be red tilapia. Wait, what are we talking about? Certain type of fish. Oh, so that is the particular type of fish that you really like. I don't think I've ever in my life tried that. Like the fish that I've eaten are the types of fish that you usually eat in Sweden. Like, I guess salmon would be like the most common like eaten fish here. I thought Dylan was going to get one tapped at the last moment. You thought wrong, Ploper! Leled, the good old Meved! He's a god gamer. You should have known, you should know this at this point. If anyone can defeat these damn bosses, it's me. Alright, let's level up. I feel like putting more points in technique is good now, because the bosses are starting to get very, very tough. That armor looks cool. On the guy with the spear. Yeah. And he seems to be following the alchemist, so I assume the guy with the spear will eventually be a boss later. Probably a similar-ish fight to Romeo. But what do I know? Now we're gonna see the weapon that we can get from... wait, where's the hound? Okay, the hound merchant is usually here, where you can get boss weapons. I don't know where he is now, though. And does the villain finally show his face? Yes. Does it change anything if you never lie in this game? I don't know. And I both told the truth and lied throughout this playthrough. So I've not been consistent in what I say. And again, I don't know if this is good or if this is bad. I don't know what it does. Like, I suspect it has something to do with the ending you're gonna get, but I genuinely don't know for sure. Now I'm just trying to find a hound so that we can buy some cool boss weapons. But again, I don't know where he is. This disease is a cure to true power, so Resident Evil coded. Oh yes, oh yes. Torsk, whitefish. Yeah, that is eaten a lot too. Yeah. Still not my favorite. Okay, I did not mean to leave the hotel. Wait, does anyone know where the wolf has gone? Cause I sure don't. Nice top hat. Well, thank you, Diesel. If I had a hat in real life, I would tip it to you. Well, I can tip my headset to you, Diesel. Thank you, sir, for coming in. And mess up my hair at the same time. Diesel, how are you on this fine Friday? I hope you have a great weekend ahead for you. All points in one stat and hope for the best. Yeah, that's the game plan. That's the game plan right there. We're looking for a particular merchant at the moment that I don't know where he has gone. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be out here as well. I'm gonna go to the tree real quick, the golden tree, and just have a little look around. If it's not there, then I have literally no idea. Yeah, the one selling boss weapons. Exactly, Lucius. He usually is standing right here, like at the end of this corridor. This is usually where you find him, right here. But as you can see, he's gone now. So I don't know where he went. I just saw the time. What do you mean by that, Radiant? what do you mean by the time? And the torch is the only fish I can accept. Alright, so you have some tolerance to fish then. The wolf went to the place where he needed to go next. Ah, of course. That tells me so much. Where? We'll have to go ask him. 126 deaths. Is that good? Probably not. I don't know though, but probably not. He's not here either. He'll be off on his own adventure until you make more story progress. Oh, so we can't actually get more boss weapons. For now at the very least. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll hold off on the new boss weapon then. Which is kind of a shame, because the boss weapons are by far the most interesting weapons you can get in the game. I guess we can enhance this guy's store.
Has worsened.
Alright, and the master of this hotel is deceased. Yeah, we know
Lady
this.
Antonia cautions against it, to be sure. But I still believe the gold coin fruit is our last
Yeah, the
hope.
gold coin fruit is what
I
you
have
get from
heard
the
of
tree
an
where we're just
alchemist
at.
who knows how please for
Add shop.
this is I shall open.
Perfect. So let's
No
see
matter
what
what
new
welcome.
things we can buy now. Oh, we can buy a quartz and we can buy a Legion caliber. We want both of these. We can buy an alchemical booster. I don't care about that, but I definitely want these. I might even buy this moon as well, because it allows us to upgrade our weapons. Yeah, so let's just do that for now. That's the only thing we can afford. Alright, let's head back. But in regards to how many deaths are usually had at this point in the game, I can't say. I can't say. Okay. But the important part here is that we did manage to beat Champion Victor, the boss that made us, or made the game reveal the main villain to us. And now we know our next goal. Going through this corridor right here. Some would even say go through this tunnel. Maybe even go through this tunnel to reach some sort of light at the end of the tunnel.
The Isle of Alchemists. According to the guide, Vanini visited that place.
Yeah, let's just go back.
That's something, I guess.
I'd say you're doing pretty good. And one more boss down. Exactly! Progress have been made. But with that being said, listen. I have some bad news. I'm gonna end stream right here, right now. It is true. Do you need to go heat up your pasta? That is something that is on the agenda. That is something that will happen in the near future for dear old Seven. That is true. But even though we're gonna end stream right here, right now, think about this. There is always light at the end of the tunnel, because we will be back with more Lies of P, starting from this moment right here. Where we're gonna go? I don't know. We're gonna chase the alchemist. That at least I know. But the next stream is gonna be, as our Grungy pointed out, that's gonna be on Monday. Monday at 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Monday, 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Drop a follow, please, if you want to be notified when we go live again on Monday, starting at 6 p.m. GG. GG indeed. And next time we'll make our way to my favorite base game boss. I plopped in it while you weren't looking. Cloper, that's just gonna make my pasta taste better, okay? You have only made me a favor here. What will I do in the weekend? I guess I will go touch grass. Roger has an idea. Go touch grass. Dropping a follow right now. Thank you, thank you. But with all that being said, thank you everyone for being here today. We beat Champion Victor. I don't think he's harder than Romeo, but he did give us some trouble. I will definitely admit. But let's see what else the game has in store for us on Monday. Okay. W stream, W chatting, W Simulcracy, W Pesto Pasta, W all those things, Absolute Radiance, W all those strings, W stream, W community, W Lord of the... That, my voice, Lord of the Rings fandom. I agree, W all of those things. Have a good dinner and see you on Monday. Stay awesome streamer and chat and have a good weekend. Same back to you, Grudge. Same back to you. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for tuning in for throughout this weekend, or week I should say, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good time, and I hope that we together can have some more good times, creating some more good memories, playing some games, streaming some streams. But until then, save it out.